Your fox has capsized. Says you're live and adjusting the foxes.
Hello and good evening and welcome to very first virtual live stream Foxing quiz. I think we've got at least, we've got 114 people logged in. Those of you who don't know, this is my lovely wife, Stephanie. Stephanie is the moderator and invigilator or something like that. So she will be taking the scores over the course of the evening and just maybe doing a few little chats with you, keep you in line. I must remind you of the YouTube's standards insofar as abusive behavior, trolling, all of that is not allowed this evening. Good-natured banter, excellent, we like that. The name of the game is to have fun in these very difficult and worrying times, but we're going to pull through the old British spirit. Looking forward to when the pub reopens. Stephanie's now just going to go off camera and continue writing down all your team names. There's going to be quite a few of you. So if you could, if you haven't already provided your team name in the comments, if you could do that as soon as possible. This introduction is sponsored by Bombardier beer. This introduction. Round one will be sponsored probably by another beer, and round two another beer, and you get the idea. In terms of the quiz, for those of you who don't know, Stephanie and I host the Fox Inn quiz every second Wednesday of the month at the Fox Inn Matching Tie, which is our local pub. And for those of you who don't know, go online, Facebook, the Fox Inn Matching Tie. That's our pub's Facebook page, or visit them at the website, which is www.thefoxinn.com. Just checking the comments. Yeah, you're all commenting, so that's very good. Hopefully you can hear me. Any technical issues, pop them down on the comments, and Stephanie will look at them, panic, ignore, and probably block you. So we'll just carry on as normal. So every second Wednesday we have a quiz night at the Fox. Starts at 8 o'clock. So when all this this mess and everything that we're going through is all over, the quiz nights will resume at the Fox Inn, and hopefully maybe the second Wednesday in May, but I'm not so sure. But you know, fingers crossed. If we're all not allowed out by then, rest assured we will be having another virtual live stream quiz night. So in terms of the quiz, some of you I can see from the quiz, the team names are locals and have been playing before. I see that there's someone from Ontario, Jill. Hello, Jill, all the way from Ontario in Canada. So that's not going to be a quiz question. But anyway, the locals who have played this before will know that we usually have 7 rounds. One of them is a music round, there's a picture round, and then there's an interesting wipeout round. We're going to stay true to our quiz nights. There are going to be seven rounds. We should be finished by about 3 in the morning. We should be done in about an hour or so. What you need, most importantly, is pen and paper and lots of beer. So Stephanie is very busy writing down all your team names. Now, I know some of you out there are liaising via the moderns of technology, via Skype and Zoom and Windows Meeting or whatever. So you've got your own little off-screen team, and then you'll have hopefully you'll have just one person who will be the person to give your scores. I don't want people writing down the answers in the comments, unless you want to help other teams, but that's not what you need to do. You just need to write your answers down on your blank pieces of paper. So there are 7 rounds. So if you're ready, what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you what the 7 rounds are. The first round is all to do with doctors and nurses. So that's the first round. Round 2 is, because we're all sort of prisoners in our own home, is all to do with prisons or prisoners, but mostly prisons. Round 3 traditionally is the music round, but because this is YouTube, I can't play actual music because then I'll get my ass sued off. But it's going to be a verbal round on musicals. So musicals is round 3. Round 4 is traditionally the picture round, which when we do the pub quiz, we give out at the beginning, and then you spend the quiz sorting out your answers to the picture round. But we can't really give you a picture round. So round 4 is a visual round, and it's on film. So myself and Steffi will be miming or acting or speaking certain lines from films. And all you have to do is guess what the film is. Oh, by the way, each round has just 10 questions. And it's 2 points for each correct answer. Round 5 is health. Obviously, a topical subject at the moment. Round 6, geography. And round 7 is the wipeout round, but more of that later. Those of you who have done the quiz night before will have an idea what that's about, but you don't need to know anything at the moment. So there will be no jokers. No jokers are allowed, which would normally give you double points, but no jokers, no jokers. So again, those rounds, round 1 is doctors and nurses. Round 2 is prisons. Round 3 is musicals. Round 4 is the visual round about films. Round 5 is health. And round 6 is geography. And then there's the final wipeout round. So, have a little look at the comments here. We've got 117 people online. Hello, 8 Bells Ewell. Denise Webb, get on with it, losing will to live. Denise, it's very early. Trust me, you will lose the will to live. But any more of that sort of behaviour, no. Okay, so eyes down, ears open. Round 1, doctors and nurses. So 10 questions. Question 1. Florence Nightingale was known as the lady with the lamp. The statue of her in London features her holding her infamous lamp in which hand? So Florence Nightingale was known as the lady with the lamp. The statue of her in London features her holding her infamous lamp, but in which hand is she holding it? And I am hoping that people aren't going to be sad and Google things. This is an honesty quiz round. So that's question 1. Question 2. The world's first antibiotic substance, penicillin, from the mold Penicillium nocturnum, or something like that, was discovered by A, who, and B, in which decade was it discovered? So the world's first antibiotic substance, penicillin, from the mold Penicillium nocturnum, or something like that, was discovered by firstly A, who, and B, in what decade? Once I've done the 10 questions, I'll repeat them again. And if you still haven't understood the question, if you could do in the comments, could you repeat R1Q3, which would be round 1, question 3, then Stephanie will have a go at typing what that is. Question 3, how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb was more commonly known simply as what film? Bearing in mind, this is all about doctors and nurses, this first round. How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb was more commonly known simply as what film? It's very polite of you there, Charlotte, saying hello to Sarah and James. Keep up this love fest. Question 4. Who was the founder of the NHS? Who was the founder of the NHS? So that was question 4. And question 5, again keeping it topical, who is the current chief executive of the NHS? Who is the current chief executive of the NHS? Lewis Haler, fantastic main, Michael. Well, bless you. Thank you very much indeed, Lewis. If it's up to me, I will give you extra points for that. But no doubt my mother, for one, will be saying, get my hair cut. Question 5. Oh, no, we've done that. Number 6. Who is the government's A, Chief Medical Officer for England, and B, the Deputy Chief Medical Officer for England? So 2 parts. The Chief Medical Officer, please, for England. Who is that? And B, who is the Deputy Chief Medical Officer for England? That's question 6. Question 7. What does PPE stand for? What does PPE stand for? Question 8, and don't worry, I will repeat these again for those of you just joining in. Question 8, name the character that Joey played in Days of Our Lives in the sitcom Friends. Name the character that Joey played in the US sitcom Friends when he played a character in Days of Our Lives. So what was Joey's character's name in that? Question 9. What does GOSH stand for? What does GOSH stand for? GOSH. Don't drink that beer so quick, Michael. The Fox ain't open. Alas, you're right, Nigel. It isn't open. There was a mercy dash to Tesco's where 3 crates of real ale were bought. The plan is not to get through that 3 crates this evening, or else it could be very, very messy. I'm not sure anyone really wants to see a live stream vomit, but we'll see. And question 10, final question of this first round. Dr. Black, Mr. Body, and Dr. Orchid have all been characters in which board game? Dr. Black, Mr. Body, and Dr. Orchid have all been characters in which board game? Okay, so that's the first round. I'll repeat those questions for you quickly again. Question 1, Florence Nightingale was known as the Lady with the Lamp. The statue of her in London features her holding her infamous lamp, but in which hand is she holding the lamp? Question 2, the world's first antibiotic substance, penicillin, from the mold Penicillium notulum, was discovered by A, who, And B, in which decade? Question 3, how I learned to stop worrying and love the bomb was more commonly known simply as what film? Question 4, who was the founder of the NHS? Question 5, who is the current chief executive of the NHS? And question 6, who is the government's A, chief medical officer, and B, the deputy chief medical officer, both for England, please? Question 7, what does PPE stand for? Question 8, name the character that Joey played in Days of Our Lives in the sitcom Friends. And question 9, what does GOSH stand for? GOSH. And question 10, Dr. Black, Mr. Body, and Dr. Orchid have all been characters in which board game? So that's your first round. What we're going to do is we'll have one more round, and then we'll get the answers to those first 2 rounds. And then we'll get you to give your scores. Hannah, just you, haha. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much for making it, Hannah. It's lovely to see you. I hope you are going to enjoy this. So, yeah, Team Hannah. Well done, Team Hannah. Okay. Now, you see, you shouldn't do that. Don't lick your... No. Okay, round 2 is prisons. Let me know if I'm going too quick or too slow. But on the basis that no one says, oi, stop. Lick your what? Yes, sorry. Finger. Don't lick your finger. Okay, so round 2, prisons. Question 1. What is the name of the women's prison situated in North London? What is the name of the women's prison situated in North London? Question 1. Shout out to Team Hockley Massive. Hello, Hockley Massive. Question 2. Named after a village in Kent, what is the generic name for young offenders institutes? Named after a village in Kent, what is the generic name for young offenders institutes? Saving Ryan's Privates is team name on behalf of Hayley Clifton. Yes, if there were prizes to give, that would be pretty much up there. But there are some excellent team names, as you've all, I'm sure, all been seeing. Question 3. The Old Bailey was built on the site of which former prison? The Old Bailey was built on the site of which former prison? Big up the bishops. Hello, bishops. Oh, and if there is Julia Scantlebury online, it's her birthday today, I understand. So very happy birthday to Mrs. Scantlebury. Question 4. HMP Manchester is more commonly known by what name? HMP Manchester is commonly known by what name? Question 5. Who played the prisoner in the TV series of the same name? Who played the prisoner in the TV series of the same name? That was question 5. It's someone else's birthday. So happy birthday, Lucy. Question 6. Long Kesh, K-E-S-H, and H Block were part of which Northern Irish prison? Long Kesh and H Block were part of which Northern Irish prison? And as I read out question 7, Stephanie will be producing me another bottle of beer, hopefully. So question 7, during which king's reign was the Great Tower, the original stone fortress of the Tower of London, built? So during which king's reign was the Great White Tower, which was the original stone fortress to the Tower of London, built? So name that king when the Tower of London was built. That's question 7. Round 2 is sponsored by IPA. Question 8. What was the name of the penal colony that Nelson Mandela was held for 18 years? What was the name of the penal colony where Nelson Mandela was held for 18 years? You can't see it here, but I got Stephanie sat over there, just giggling away at all your comments. So excellent, keep it going. Question 9. Alcatraz prison was located 1.25 miles off the coast of which American city? Alcatraz prison was located located 1.25 miles off the coast of which American city? That's question 9. Yes, it is Stephanie's birthday in October, so don't forget, everyone. And mine in February.
It's Jen's birthday on Saturday. Beth Orley is 21 today. You've seen all these. Happy 21st birthday to Beth Ollie. 21. And you're stuck here doing a quiz. Sorry. Finally, question 10. Where in England is Parkhurst Prison? Where in England is Parkhurst Prison? Okay, so that's round 2. I will repeat those questions quickly again. Question 1, what is the name of the women's prison situated in North London? Question 2, named after a village in Kent, what is the generic name for young offenders institutes? Question 3, the Old Bailey was built on the site of which former prison? Question 4, H&P Manchester is more commonly known by what name? Question 5, who played the prisoner in a TV series of that same name? Question 6, Long Kesh and H Block were part of which Northern Irish prison? Question 7, during which king's reign was the original stone fortress of the Tower of London built? Question 8, what was the name of the penal colony where Nelson Mandela was held for 18 years? And question 9, Alcatraz prison is located 1.25 miles off the coast of which American city? And finally, question 10, where in England is Parkhurst prison? Katie Boardman's birthday is on Good Friday. Oh, well, so this Friday. Excellent. Well, happy birthday, Katie. Congratulations to Susie and Dan on the birth of their baby. Excellent. Does the baby have a name yet? Has the baby been assigned a gender? yet, because we don't call it a boy or a girl in these modern times. It's a baby with a name, which may be male orientated or female orientated, but who knows. Anyway, so now has the time has arrived for us to do the answers to the first 2 rounds. Now it's 2 points for each correct answer. There may be 1 point if you get half an answer. Stephanie will help deliberate on that. This is obviously an honest quiz, so honestly mark yourself, and there'll be none of the, well, yes, I knew that, but I didn't have time to write it, or something along those lines, or yes, I know that now, I would have, you get what I'm saying. So 2 points for each correct answer. Total up the points after each round, and then add rounds 1 and 2 together, and then we'll get you to your representative will then put their comments, team name, round or R1 and 2, and the total score. So you've got to add them up. So good luck with that. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, here are your answers to the first round, 2 points for each correct answer. Round 1, doctors and nurses, question 1. So Florence Nightingale was known as the lady with the lamp. And there's a statue of her in London holding that infamous lamp. But in what hand is she holding that lamp? For 2 points, it is right hand, which may look like the left hand if you're looking at this video, but it's the right hand, the right hand. 2 points. Question 2. The world's first antibiotic substance. Who was it discovered by, and in what decade? Well, for 1 point, it was discovered by Sir Alexander Fleming. And for another point, it was discovered in the 1920s, 1928 to be precise. Question 3. How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb was more commonly known simply by what film title? It was known as Dr. Strangeglove. Question 4. Who was the founder of the NHS? That was Nye Bevan, or Anurin Bevan, or Mr. Bevan, I'll accept. Question 5. Who is the current chief executive of the NHS? That is Sir Simon Stevens. Question 6. Who is the government's A, chief medical officer, and B, deputy chief medical officer for England? Well, the chief medical officer for England is Professor Chris Whitty for 1 point. And his deputy is Dr. Jenny Harris or Jonathan Van Tam. I'll accept either of those for the deputy chief medical officer for England. So Professor Chris Whitty for 1 point, and Jenny Harris or Jonathan Van Tam for another point. Question 7. What does PPE stand for? It stands for personal protective equipment. Number 8. Name the character that Joey played in Days of Our Lives in the sitcom Friends. He played Dr. Drake Ramore. Number 9. What does GOSH, G-O-S-H, stand for? Great Ormond Street Hospital for 2 points. And finally, question 10. Dr. Black, Mr. Body, and Dr. Orchid have all been characters in which board game? That is Cluedo. So, if you could add up all those points and keep a mental note of those, we'll go on to mark round 2, which is all about prisons. So question 1, what is the name of the women's prison situated in North London? That is Holloway. Holloway for 2 points. Number 2, named after a village in Kent, what is the generic name for Young Offenders Institute? That is Borstal. Number 3, the Old Bailey was built on the site of which former prison? That was Newgate Prison, Newgate. Number 4, HMP Manchester is more commonly known by what name? Strangeways. Number 5, who played the prisoner in a TV series of the same name? That was Patrick McGowan. Question 6, Longkeash and the H Block were part of which Northern Irish prison? That was the Maze. Number 7, during which king's reign was the original stone fortress of the Tower of London built? That was William the First. William the First for 2 points. Or William the Conqueror?
Yeah.
William the Conqueror, yeah. William, we'll accept William. Number 8, what was the name of the penal colony where Nelson Mandela was held for 18 years? That was Robben Island. Number 9, Alcatraz Prison is situated 1.25 miles off the coast of which American city? It's situated off the coast of San Francisco. And number 10, where in England is Parkhurst Prison? It is the Isle of Wight. So there you go. That's your first 2 rounds. So what you need to do now is add up the points from the first round and the second round. Remember, it's 2 points for each correct answer. And then what I want you to do is on the comments section, put your team name and then R1 and 2 and then colon and the points, if that makes sense. Oh, Stephanie's just talking to me now. I am live, darling.
You've got this comment from 360 Vlogs HD saying happy birthday to these people. I don't know who that is.
We've got
happy birthday to Maureen at 60 and somebody else, Glenn, who's 40.
Oh, happy birthday to Maureen, who's 60 today. Absolutely, yes. Happy birthday, Maureen. 60 today. Well done. Keep safe. Stay in. Wash your hands.
And Glenn, who's 40.
Glenn, hello, Glenn, and happy 40th. So well done. Happy birthday, Glenn. 40 years old. Well done. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Okay, so we've got some scores coming in. And it's coming in very quickly. So going for a laugh, 36 points. Well done. The Smiths. Smiths, you've not added them up. Round 1, 13, round 2, 16. Stephanie's got a lot of rounds to add up here. So anyway, 13 plus 16 is, I don't know, 22 or something. Carol Bennett, no idea. Rounds 1 and 2, 33. Well done. Charlotte Sams, yes, Charlotte. Now you've got form. I know you, Charlotte, from the school quiz. You're very rowdy, so no doubt you got a bucket of champagne somewhere. And again, you didn't add up the rounds 1 and 2, but never mind. 360, Deer Park, 36 points. Well, there you go. Surprising, not 360 points for Team 360. The B team. R1 and 2. That perfect answer. Zoe Matthews. Perfect answer. Thank you. Team name R1 and 2 equals 19 points. Excellent. Not a good score, but thank you very much. Sue Davies. Hello, Sue. How are you? Hello. 8 bells. Rounds 1 and 2. 34 points in total. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, hello. Kimmy, barflies. Oh, barflies. Oh, come on, barflies. We know, really? 38 points in the first round? 40 points? You can only have 20 points per round. So, 30 out of 40, 38 out of 40. I did not ask for 38 out of 40. I know it's out of 40. Just confusing the issues. But well done, 38 points. Okay, right. So carry on putting those answers in. Yes, it is, Sean. It is 2 points per question. And I know you started off early, as I did. Brothers unite. But yes, try and pay attention. 2 points per question.
Two-part question. And then it's one.
Apart from when it's a 2-part question within a question, when it's 1 point each. Hope that makes sense. Where's the Gibsons? Liz and Chris Gibson. Are you online there? Hello, lovely Steph. Gorgeous, educated. Yes, all right. That'll work probably. But I've not been concentrating. But hopefully Liz and Chris Gibson are there. So those scores are all coming in. Stephanie's very busily writing. So hopefully there's more than a couple of you on the team who can continue putting those scores in. And we shall move to round 3. Round 3 is musicals. Musicals. So you're going to, again, 10 questions, and it'll be 2 points for each correct answer. So, cheers. Round 3, musicals, question 1. The musical Les Miserables is based on a book by which French author? The musical Les Miserables, or Les Mis, is based on a book by which French author? Question 1 of round 3. Question 2 of round 3. From which musical does the song "I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair" come from? From which musical does the song "I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair" come from? Question 3. Which song from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a UK #1 single in 1991? Which song from Joseph and his Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a UK #1 singles hit in 1991? Oh, hello, Cousin Anne. You're on your own. Rounds 1 and 2, 12. Oh, well done. Well done. That's a good effort on your own. Dave Lee. Well done, Dave. Welcome to the 21st century and managing to click on the right buttons and not ending up in one of those internet sites which you shouldn't be in. Question 4. Who played the part of Shay in the original London production of Evita? Who played the part of Shay in the original London production of Evita? That was question 4. Question 5. From which country was the king in The King and I? From which country was the king in The King and I? Which country did he come from? That was question 5. Question 6. Who was the lyricist of the Rodgers and Hammerstein's partnership? Who was the lyricist of the Rodgers and Hammerstein's partnership? A clue is either Rodgers or Hammerstein. What's happening here? David Fuller, how many men could Mikey wash out of his hair? Believe me, quite a lot. Question 7. Which character dies in the original Dickens novel but survives in the musical Oliver? Which character who dies in the original Dickens novel survives in the musical Oliver? That's question 7. Stephanie's muttering to herself, so you need to keep those scores coming in and try and keep them just sorted. Number 8. There are only 3, or as Matt Hancock would say, there are only 3 Broadway musicals that have taken more than $1 billion in Broadway alone at the box office. If you can name 2 of them, you get 2 points. If you can name 1 of them, you get 1 point. So there's only 3 musicals that have taken more than $1 billion at the box office in just Broadway. Forget other, the West End, wherever. Just Broadway, 3 musicals have taken over $1 billion. Give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of the 3. If you do all 3, well done, but you're not going to get any extra points. Number 9, one of the largest theatre operations in London. What is the name of Andrew Lloyd Webber's company that Prince Edward once worked for? So it's one of the largest theatre operators in London, UK. What is the name of Andrew Lloyd Webber's company, which is that largest company that Prince Edward, many, many years ago, once worked for? After he'd finished doing the Marines, he said, enough of the Marines, I'm going to do a tough job now. I'm going to work for Andrew Lloyd Webber's company. What was that name of that company? And number 10, which musical tells the story about students at New York City's High School of Performing Arts? Which musical tells a story about students at New York City's High School for Performing Arts? That's your question 10. What's happening here? Shout out to Mo with a glass of red wine from Deer Park. Hey Mo, how you doing? Enjoy your wine in Deer Park, wherever Deer Park. Is that just a park where there's deer that Mo is in? Because you shouldn't. That is not essential exercise. Shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be there. Get back home, Mo. Get back home. Drink that wine at home. Okay, I'll just read those questions quickly again for round 3 musicals. Question 1, the musical Les Mis is based on a book by which French author? Question 1. Question 2, from which musical does the song I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair come from? Question 3, which song from Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a UK #1 in 1991? Number 3, who played the part of Shay in the original London production of Evita? Perhaps that's a role that I could play. Got the hair and the voice and the looks. Number 5, from which country was the king in the musical The King and I? Question 6, who was the lyricist in of the Rodgers and Hammerstein partnership? Number 7, which character who dies in the original Dickens novel survives in the musical Oliver? Number 8, there are only 3 Broadway musicals that have taken more than $1 billion in Broadway and Broadway alone. Forget about the others at the box office. Name 2 of those 3. 2 of those 3 musicals, please. Number 9, one of the largest theatre operators in London. What is the name of Andrew Lloyd Webber's company that Prince Edward once worked for? And question 10, which musical tells a story about students at New York's High School of Performing Arts? There you go. See what's happening here. Okay, people, please only post your scores once. There you go, you've been told. And Stephanie will take your first scores, and that's it, I suspect. 5 minutes. Stephanie needs a couple of minutes. She's just writing them all down. So I'm hoping that you've all posted your scores. Yeah, Denise, if you're still there, and Denise and Geese, if you could do post your scores for rounds 1 and 2, that would be appreciated. Okay, lovely, Steph. Who awards the points? Well, it's simple, Sue. If you've got the answer right, you can award yourself 2 points. If you got it wrong, you award yourself 0 points. You then add it up, and then you give the points to Stephanie, and then she awards those points onto her infamous score sheet. All right. Okay.
What's with GKIPA? GK. Oh, Green King Pie. Yeah. Good point, Nigel. You know, tonight is a marathon. It's not a sprint, so you need an in-betweenie to keep the alcohol content down a bit. So, but good point. Yeah, it's a little bit on the weak side, but I got a few strong ones out back, which I'll be cracking open. Now, the next round, round 4, is something that's going to incorporate both Stephanie and I. We've not rehearsed this, so it could go horribly wrong. But round 4 is the film round. So what's going to happen is there's 10 questions, and either I or Stephanie and I will be acting out, miming, there may be some words spoken, a film. And from what we're doing, you've got to guess what that film is. So there's going to be 10 of them. So without further ado, we'll have a go. This again, we've not practiced this, so this could work out or not. So right, this is the first. This is your first of film. So what film is this? Question 1, that was. Right, question 2. Are you ready? A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver and some fava beans with a nice Chianti. That was question 2. Question 3, I need Stephanie here.
Oh,
This is question 3. And action. I find the lack of faith disturbing. Okay. Question 4. The truth? You can't handle the truth. Question 5 now. Question 5. Sorry, I just got to get ready for this. Great Scott! Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. That's question 5. Question 6. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Now this is question 7. 7, Steffi. Bear with. All right, this is question 7.
thank you.
I'm
I'm going to get that close up of that, right?
That's question 7. Question 8. Oh, we need Steffi again.
And action. Hello. Would you like a chocolate? I could eat about 1 billion of these. Okay. That was question 8. Question 9. Oh, yeah, question 9, Steffi.
I'll have what she's having.
And question 10.
Don't let go, Jack!
Say it again.
Don't let go!
Right. So there you go. That's your film round. I really don't think we can do that again. You think I'm flying low? Oh crap! Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not flying low. Thelma and Louise, Alan Q. Oh, hello, Alan from Derby. Hi. You don't give the answers out online, but anyway, it wasn't Thelma and Louise. So that was a bit of fun. That was round 4. So what we're going to do now is, there's no way we can repeat that. Hopefully you got that. But we're going to give the answers now to rounds 3 and 4. To see if there's any more. Shout out to Primrose, please. Primrose, loving your impressions. Hannah, thank you very much. Being a bit modest here, but there was no practice, but I think we pretty much pulled it off. Quite pleased with our performance. And if there's any movie producers out there, rates are reasonable. But any more Oscar-winning performances? Excellent. Number 4, please. Oh God, really? Number 4. Oh, all right. I can do number 4. Number 4 from the round 4 films is where are we? The Truth. You can't handle the truth. You needed that one again? Seriously? Come on. Okay. Right. I'll put you in, mate. Okay. Not sure what that's on about. That's a comment from Charlotte to James, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, so the answers to rounds 3 and 4 are, again, 2 points for each correct answer. So round 1 from musicals. Round 3 musicals. Question 1. The music Les Mis is based on a book by which French author? That is Victor Hugo. Number 2, from which musical does the song "I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair" come from? It comes from South Pacific. Question 3, which song from Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat gave Jason Donovan a UK #1 single in 1991? It was Any Dream Will Do. Number 4, who played the part of Shay in the original London production of Evita? That was David Essex. Number 5, from which country was the king in the musical The King and I? The answer is Siam, although I will accept Thailand. Number 6, who was the lyricist from the Rodgers and Hammerstein partnership? That was Hammerstein. It was Hammerstein. Oscar Hammerstein II, to be precise, for 2 points. Number 7. Which character who dies in the original Dickens novel survives in the musical Oliver? It is Fagin. Number 8. There are only 3 Broadway shows, musicals, that have taken more than $1 billion at the box office in Broadway alone. What are they? Well, the 3 are The Phantom of the Opera, The Lion King, and Wicked. So if you have one of those, just one of those, you get 1 point. If you've named 2 of those, you get 2 points. If you've named all 3, well done, but you still only get 2 points. Number 9, one of the largest theatre operators in London. What is the name of Andrew Lloyd Webber's company that Prince Edward used to work for? It is the Really Useful Group. Really useful, as I'm sure Prince Edward was. Number 10, which musical tells the story about students at New York City's High School for Performing Arts? That is, of course, Fame. So that's round 3. So tot up those points, 2 points for each correct answer, and make a note of that. Your answers now to what will surely be the most infamous film round ever, caught on camera. Question 1 was, of course, Jaws, for 2 points. Question 2, a census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver and some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Was, of course, Silence of the Lambs. Question 3. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Was from Star Wars. That was my impression of Darth Vader strangling another bloke. Number 4, the truth. You can't handle the truth. Was, of course, A Few Good Men. Number 5, roads. Where we're going, you don't need roads. Is, of course, that's Doc, me, in Back to the Future. Number 6, I'm serious and don't call me Shirley, is from the movie Airplane. Number 7, driving a car, passing some daisies to Stephanie, so driving Miss Daisy. Number 6, you want a chocolate? I could eat about 1 billion of these. Is from the movie Forrest Gump. Number 9, I won't act it out again, but it was from When Harry Met Sally. And finally, number 10, Don't Let Go, Jack, is a famous line from the movie Titanic. So there you go. You've had your rounds 3 and 4. What you need to do, like you did with rounds 1 and 2, is add those up and then write your team name, rounds 3 and 4 equals, and the points for rounds 3 and 4. Just rounds 3 and 4. That's all we want, the points total for rounds 3 and 4. And if you could then post those on the comments, then Stephanie will endeavour to add all those up onto your previous scores, and we'll work that out. So let's have a little look at what comments. Hello, Nigel. Hello, Liz and Chris. Liz and Chris are here. Hello. Hope all is well at the Fox Inn. Remember, the Fox Inn is quiz night every second Wednesday of the month, and that's why we're doing it live on streaming, because we can't be there, unfortunately. But everyone has their own pub at home. Hopefully, I hope you're enjoying the drink. I certainly am. Okay. Sean, my brother Sean, 16. Again, you've not added the points up. 12 and 16. 12 and 16 is 10, 20, 28-ish. You see, add the points up. It makes Steph's life a lot easier. Rounds 3 and 4 equals and the total score. That would be really cool.
What was 7?
Someone's asking, what was 7? What was film 7? Film 7. Let's have a look. Film 7. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was Driving Miss Daisy. I was driving, and then I was passing some daisies to Stephanie. So the film was Driving Miss Daisy. Very good point. Tom Austin, thank you very much. A perfect presentation of your score. Hope you're going well, Tom. Anything else here? Film round was great. Mark Brent. Thank you, Mark. Mark, if you could tell us what team you're representing, whether it's yourself or not, and I'll have a little word with Steffi just to see if we can bump your score up. Nothing wrong with just recognizing sheer acting brilliance. What else is happening here? Where's the sausages and chips? Now that's a very good question, because at the Foxing quiz, about this sort of time, halfway through, we get some lovely hospitality from the kitchen of the Fox Inn, and we get some lovely chips and sausages served to every team, free of charge, no charge, and everyone takes a break and they carry on with the picture round, but we can't do the picture round here, sort of. So sorry, there's no chips and sausages. If you'd obviously thought ahead, you could have made your own chips and sausages. But come to the Fox Inn at the next the quiz night when we start going again. It'll be a second Monday in a month. We're not sure yet which month, but we've raised, I think, since we started keeping records, about £6,500. It's £2 per person to enter. All that money goes to charity. There's prizes for the team that comes first, and also a random prize for a team that finishes and managed to stick out the whole quiz, which, to be fair, is good. We usually have about 12, 13 teams. The pub is packed. It's a great atmosphere. So you really should, for those who are able to get down to Doxin, that would be fantastic. So those scores are still coming in. Whoops, you've lost a fox. Oh, have we? Oh, now who's pointed that out? You've lost a fox. Sue Davies. Oh, thank you very much, Sue. Yes, bear with. And you'll be pleased to know that clearly, unlike the newsreaders on BBC News and ITV News and everything, I am fully clothed, head to bottom, which was obviously good. But thank you very much, Sue, for pointing it out. 3 6. Okay, so nice bum, Tom. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's just fine. And I think with those words, now what am I? Yes. We'll be. We've had rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got rounds 5 and 6, and then the wipeout round. But this is just. I don't know if that's backwards and you can't read it, but back in a moment. I'm back. Hi. Right. So, give us a dance, Steffi. Oh dear. I have washed my hands, cousin Anne. I have. Charlotte Sams, 100%. Does that say he needs a web? No, a wee. Yes, I did. Everyone's asking if I'm a bloke. Okay, normally blokes don't wash their hands, but I did wash my hands, honestly. I did. Maybe not for 20 seconds, but, you know, I've not gone out. Okay, so Stephanie's still working out the scores. I don't know if we're in any position to mention who's leading at the moment, Steffi. No, we're in no position whatsoever to comment on who may be leading or not. Mike, you need to sell the Porsche by DeLorean. Yes. Did you get your sausage out? Chris Benton, game for a laugh. You're a bad boy. Now, I know you're being all technical and you've got Zoom and you've got lots of other your game for a laughs here, but mentioning sausages is not the right thing. Right. Okay. Yep. So lots of yes. Wash my hands. Right. Okay. So rounds 5 and 6. So rounds 5 is health, and round 6 is geography. .360 vlogs. Mo has had 5 bottles of wine for the deer park. Excellent. Well done, Mo. Mo, stay where you are in the deer park. They'll help to focus on your mobile phone signal. They will eventually find you. Just make a clink noise with the bottles of wine, and they'll home it. They'll find you. You'll be all right. Okay, right. I think we're ready for rounds 5 and 6. So round 5, health. Question 1. Which organ would a doctor inspect with his otoscope? Which organ would a doctor inspect with his otoscope? O-T-O-S-C-O-P-E. Otoscope. Question 2. Hematology is concerned with what? Hematology, H-A-E-M-A-T-O-L-O-G-Y, is concerned with what? That's question 2. Question 3. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? Tom Austin, you should know this. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? That's question 3. Question 4. Ketosis would result from the lack of what in your diet? Ketosis, K-E-T-O-S-I-S, would result from the lack of what in your diet? James has this round. Is that the film round or the health round? Only you can tell, Charlotte. Question 5. Which organ produces insulin? Which organ produces insulin? Question 5. Question 6. Which gland produces the hormones that controls the body's metabolism? Which gland produces the hormones that control the body's metabolism? That's question 6. Bear with Steffi. Question 7. Shiatsu is a massage technique from which country? Shiatsu, spelled S-H-I-A-T-S-U, is a massage technique from which country? Personal waitress micro, Michael. Yes, indeed. Yes, it's excellent service. She's choosing a little cheeky, perhaps a little cheeky, stronger one than the IPA, please, Stephanie. Oh, she's trying not to get me too drunk. I think that horse is Hobgoblin. Excellent. Question 8. What is the most common element in the human body? What is the most common element in the human body? It's question 8. And question 8 was sponsored by Hobgoblin. How many thought that they'd spend their Wednesday evening watching a grown old man getting drunk on the internet? That's not a quiz question, by the way, sorry. So question 9, what was the nationality of the founder of the Red Cross? What was the nationality of the founder of the Red Cross? The Red Cross, just the Red Cross. No specific Red Cross, the Red Cross. And question 10, what is another name for the breastbone? What is another name for the breastbone? That was question 10. Nigel Norris getting drunk. Yes, yeah. Okay, semantics, you know, the words are pretty close. Mixing your beer is never a good idea. Sarah, I tend to agree, but, you know, variety is the spice of life. What else have we got going on? Say hi to Maria over the toad. To you, please. She misses her friends. Hi. That's from Hannah. I think Hannah's actually talking to someone else in the live chat. But you know, hi. So question 4, please. Yep, I'll go through all those questions again quickly. Question 1 of health: which organ would a doctor inspect with his otoscope? Question 2: hematology is concerned with what? Hematology is concerned with what? Question 3: what treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? Question 4: ketosis, K-E-T-O-S-I-S, would result from the lack of what in your diet? Question 3: which organ produces insulin? Question 5: which gland produces the hormones that controls the body's metabolism? Question 7: shiatsu is a massage technique from which country? Question 8: what is the most common element in the human body? Question 9: what was the nationality of the founder of the Red Cross? And question 10: what is another name for the breastbone? So that's round 5. Round 6 is geography. Just have a little look, see what's happening here. Sorry.
2 scores.
Oh, we're still missing 2 scores. Stephanie, who are those?
They are the clowns.
The clowns.
And what's the other one I've forgotten? Rusty trumpets.
And rusty trumpets. The clowns and rusty trumpets. If you're still with us, and I quite understand if you're not, but if you're still with us, give us your scores on the doors for rounds 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yes, round 3 and 4. Richard's Steph, our friends are called the young ones, but can't post scores. Okay, so we've got another team here, Steffi.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Richard and Juliet Scantlebury. We will make a note of that. And Sarah, wow, I knew it. Oh, somebody's not looking forward to geography. But Tom likes that round. Unsurprisingly, Tom would like that round because he's a health chappy. He actually is a sports monsieur. He sorted out my sports injury when I fell over skiing. He's based in Hastingwood, which is near Matching-Ty, Essex. And he sorted it. I had a couple of massages, and he put me straight. It was good. I enjoyed it. And I would say there was a happy ending insofar as the shoulder is a lot better. He's very professional. He is seriously, he's a very good massage. So sports masseur, if you've got any niggles, he's your man. So go and have a look at Tom. Well, not a look at Tom. Go and visit Tom. Let's move on to round 6 geography. So round 6 geography, question 1. Which is the longest river in the USA? Which is the longest river in the USA? Question 2. You're welcome, Tom. Question 2. What specifies a location's distance from the equator? Is it longitude or latitude? What specifies a location's distance from the equator? Is it longitude or latitude? That's question 2. Question 3. In which state is the Grand Canyon located? In which state is the Grand Canyon located? That's question 3. Mark Brind, do the foxes have names? They don't actually. So I'll open up to you guys out there if you'd like to name the foxes. They don't have names. Feel free to christen them. Question 4. What, and try and keep it clean. I suspect you're going to be putting the wrong answers on the live chat, but here you go. What is the Ring of Fire? What is the Ring of Fire? It's question 4. Question 5. What is the approximate size of the Earth's equator in kilometers? And I'll give it to the nearest 10,000 kilometers. What is the approximate size of the Earth's equator in kilometers? To the nearest 10,000 kilometers. What is the Earth's approximate size? And by the approximate size, do we mean the diameter?
Yes.
Yes, we mean diameter.
Not diameter, sorry, circumference.
Yeah, okay. Curry time, bad Vindaloo. These are all answers that I was expecting online. Keep them coming. Oh, we have names for the foxes. We have Chris and Liz and Chris so far. Oh, there you go. Oh, we have a question from Stephanie.
Diameter, circumference.
Oh, it's this circumference. Not diameter. Circumference. There you go. Question 6. Apart from the UK, name 2 other European countries where they drive on the left. Apart from the UK, name 2 other European countries
and there's only 3 other European countries, but name 2 other European countries that drive on the left. European countries, European countries. Hopefully that's clear. Good one, Hannah. Fergus is a class fox for matching green. Could be a good name. Fergus is a class fox. Okay, yeah. Question 7. Which is the further distance as the crow flies? Is it London to New York or London to Moscow? Which is the further distance as the crow flies? Is it London to New York or London to Moscow? That's question 7. Question 8. Which is the largest county? The largest English county? That's question 8. Thank you, Paul. Paul Girling. Harry and Meghan for the Foxes. Question 9. Which line of the London Underground are all 3 of the following 3 stations located on? Oxford Circus, Bethnal Green, and Shepherd's Bush. So which line on the London Underground is Oxford Circus, Bethnal Green, and Shepherd's Bush all located on? That's question 9. Stuart Lee, Michael and Steph. Which one's Michael? Which one's Steph? Question 10. How many countries border Germany? How many countries border Germany? I don't know. I'll have a read what you're saying, but Stephanie is in tears of laughter in front of me here. What's
Paul Girling.
Boris and Carrie?
No, it's Paul Girling's one.
Oh,
there's a dark one and a ginger one. Just call him Harry and Meghan.
Paul, because there's a dark one and a ginger one. Paul. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I can give you that one. Yeah, Harry and Meghan, because there's a dark one and a ginger one. Totally inappropriate. But hey, in these times, you just got to have a giggle, haven't you? Okay, so I'll just read those questions, those questions to round 6 again quickly. Question 1, which is the longest river in the USA? Question 2, what specifies a location's distance from the equator? Is it the longitude or the latitude? Question 3, in which state is the Grand Canyon situated? Question 4, what is the Ring of Fire? Question 5, what is the approximate size of the Earth's equator in kilometers? And I accept the nearest 10,000 kilometers. Question 6, apart from the UK, there are 3 other European countries that drive on the left-hand side. Name 2 of those 3 European countries. Question 7, which is the further distance as the crow flies? Is it London to New York or London to Moscow? Question 8, which is the largest English county? And question 9, which line of the London Underground are all 3 of these stations on? Oxford Circus, Bethnal Green, and Shepherd's Bush. And finally, question 10, how many countries border Germany? There you go. So that's rounds 5 and 6. I have a question from Stephanie.
Brian Holt has asked for
Speak up, speak up.
Brian Holt has asked for number 2 again.
Brian Holt has asked for number 2 again. Brian Holt, question 2 on round 6 geography. What specifies a location's distance from the equator? Is it longitude or latitude?
Scores on the doors, if you'd like.
Oh, we have
There are a lot of them.
excitement. Stephanie has managed to sort out the scores on the doors. Now, these scores on the doors are after how many rounds?
Round 4.
After round 4. So these are the total scores after round 4. I'm not going to do it in any particular order because we've got 4 sheets of paper here. So I'm just going to read out the team names and their scores after 4 rounds. Isolating innovators, 57. Steph, I can't read your writing. Yeah. Bear with. Stephanie's just getting herself a drink. Come sit here. Come and say hello.
Hello, I'm drinking Ruddles. Is that okay, Nigel?
Riddles. Okay, so Stephanie, if you could read out the scores, please. And
Isolated Innovators, 57. Oh God. Sam Spectaculars, 43. Team Hockley Massive, 34. B Team, 49. M and L, 38. Lonesome Lou, 39. The Bishops, 60. Rusty Trumpets, I've only got rounds 1 and 2, so maybe you've just given up. That's 29. Hovey's House, 66. Hannah, 31. Saving Ryan's Privates, 57.
good name, Saving Private Rhymes. Very good.
No, we got it all right. 8 Bells, 71. Birthday Bash, 57. Deer Park, 71. Clowns, 52. Pissheads, I'm not actually sure about this, Sean, because you changed your score halfway through. So I've gone with your first answer. So that's 49. But you might have another 15 points or something. I don't know. Lead Blainhouse. I don't think that must be a joke, but I don't understand it. That's 50. St. Thomas, 42. Anne all on her own, 35. We're new to this, 54. Foxy but thick, 24. Wonky Wrinklies, 50. Isolate in, 37. The Clangers, 42.
Oh, well done, Clangers.
Haybridge Bunker, 47. No Idea, 65. Wednesday Wonders, 70. Fat Man and Blobbing, 51. That's a very good quiz name. Foxtrot, 69. Munch Bunch, 59. Team Norris, 43. Game for a Laugh, 73.
Ooh!
Smith and O's, 60. Alistry Badgers, 56. Coolbecks, 68. Bi-Curious Manatees, 74.
That's the top team score so far.
Barflies, also 74.
Oh, and that one.
The Young Ones, 53. Hot Dogs, 58. Moncton Mines, 28. Birch Merch, 35. And Holt's Volts, 42. I hope I've
Excellent.
got everybody.
Well done, Stephanie. Thank you very much. So if we've missed any teams out there, if you could type away on the scores. Diane Everett, yay. Chris Gibson, hooray. Mark Brind, good work, people. Obviously, Mark is referring clearly to the quizmaster and the adjudicator and not the rest of the quiz teams. Eleanor Bishop, woohoo! Nigel, yes, some good feedback on the beer. Riddles brewed by GK. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Riddles.
King. Oh, so they won't like that then, will it?
What?
Green King, I don't know.
No.
Does he like Green King?
Do you like Green King? Well, I think he's asking you. Do you like it?
I don't know. I haven't drunk it yet.
She's not started it yet. She's just got the bottle ready. But She'll like it. It's over 4%. She'll be fine. Okay, so hopefully now, have we done the answers? No, we've not done the answers. Right, no, right. Answers to round 5 and 6. We'll get there in the end. Don't worry. You've not got nothing to do tomorrow, have you? Come on, you're working from home. You're furlonged. I don't know. But here are the answers to round 5, health. Question 1. Which organ would a doctor inspect with his otoscope? It's the ear. It's the ear. 2 points. 2 points for each correct answer. Question 2. Hematology is concerned with what? It's concerned with blood diseases. Question 3. What treatment is based upon the idea that there are energy channels in the feet that relate to every organ and function of the body? That is reflexology. Reflexology. Question 4. Ketosis would result from the lack of what in your diet? It would result in the lack of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Question 4. Number 5. Which organ produces insulin? That is the pancreas. Question 6. Which gland produces the hormones that control the body's metabolism? That is the thyroid gland. Number 7. Shiatsu is a massage technique from which country? That is Japan. Number 8. What is the most common element of or in the human body? It is oxygen. Number 9. What was the nationality of the founder of the Red Cross? Swiss. They were Swiss. And number 10. What is another name for the breastbone? That is the sternum. The sternum. So 2 points for each correct answer. If you could add those up for round 5 and just keep them to yourselves for a moment. The answers to round 6, geography.
Does glucose count for number 4? What's the answer to number 4?
Sorry? Does glucose count for number 4? No, because that's not the answer I have on my sheet. It's carbohydrates. Ketosis would result from the lack of what in your diet? Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Sorry, so I can't accept glucose because I didn't actually say the word glucose. So who was that? Name and shame. Colleen Wood. Sorry. Right. Answers to round 6, geography. Again, 2 points for each correct answer. Question 1. Which is the longest river in the USA? It is the Missouri River. The Missouri River. Question 2. What specifies a location's distance from the equator? Is it a longitude or the latitude? It is the latitude. Number 3. In which state is the Grand Canyon situated in? It is situated in Arizona. Number 4. What is the Ring of Fire? And we've had the predictable answers. Thank you very much in the live chat comments. It isn't curry. It is, I want something along the lines of, it's an area in the Pacific Ocean where a large number of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. So if you got something along those lines, well done. Question 5. What is the approximate size of the Earth's equator in kilometers to the nearest 10,000 kilometers? Well, to the nearest kilometer, it is 40,000 kilometers. So if you said anything between 30,000 and
no, 40.
Oh, to the nearest.
40,
Oh, so it's rounding. It's not plus or minus. Oh, I didn't say plus or minus. So 40,000 is. I'm just making this up as I go along.
Yes, I know, that's normal.
So 40,000 is 40,000 kilometers is your answer. Number 6. Apart from the UK, there are 3 other European countries that drive on the left-hand side. Name 2 of them. Well, the 3 are Ireland, Malta, and Cyprus. If you have one of those, you get 1 point. If you have 2 of them, all 3, you get 2 points. Question 7. Which is the further distance as the crow flies? Is it London to New York or London to Moscow? Right, well, New York is 3,461 miles from London, and Moscow from London is 1,554 miles. So the answer is Moscow. Number 8, which is the largest English county? It is North Yorkshire. North Yorkshire. I need North and Yorkshire. Number 9, which line of the London Underground are all 3 of these stations on, which is Oxford Circus, Bethnal Green, and Shepherd's Bush? It is the Central Line, the Central Line. And finally, number 10, how many countries border Germany? Well, the countries that border Germany are, and count them up, France, Austria, Belgium, Netherlands, Czech, Switzerland, Denmark, Poland, and Luxembourg. So that is 9 in total. 9 countries border Germany. So there you go. I have a question from Stephanie.
Can we have the answer to question 1 again, please?
The answer to question 1 of geography, which is the longest river in the USA, it is the Missouri River. The Missouri River.
The question about New York and Moscow, did you ask for the furthest one or the nearest one?
The number 7, which is the furthest distance as the crow flies? So sorry, the answer is New York. It's the furthest. Apologies for the mistake.
And what was the answer to question 7 again?
Question 7, New York.
Oh, right, New York. Right.
New York is 3,461 miles. Moscow is 1,554. The question was, which is the further distance as the crow flies? So the furthest distance as the crow flies is New York, not Moscow. So the answer is New York. So it's 2 points for each correct answer. So if you could add up your points for rounds... Oh.
The answer for question 8. So.
The answer for question 8, which is the largest English county? That is North Yorkshire, not West Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, or South Yorkshire.
Can they have 1 point for Yorkshire?
You can have 1 point for Yorkshire, 1 point for Yorkshire, 2 points for North Yorkshire.
Okay, I think that's it now.
Okay. So, I say you're already ahead of yourself. You've got the idea of this. Well done. Thank you very much. Yeah. Put in your team name and round R 5 and 6 equals, and then the added up total points of rounds 5 and 6. As you're doing that, and as Stephanie is doing that, it is intermission time. So do what you need to do. Get yourself another beer. Back in a moment. Yes, I've washed my hands. So, what's been happening on the old Comets? Lots of scores. Yeah. Some good high scores there. Wednesday Wonders, well done, 25 points. Spectacular James and Charlotte, 27 points. Russ Foxtrot, 27 points. Barflies, well done, 29 points. Yeah, okay, not bad. Oh, my mother and father. Oh, mother, father, hello. Maggie and Gordon, I bet we are the oldest team. Can we have extra points, please? I bet you're not, actually. And no, you can't. Unless we talk about the will. And then, yeah, we can. Yes, you're not going to cough or anything, have you, mother? No, father? No, okay. Hi to Mark Brind. Hi to my wife, Emma, playing remotely due to isolation. Oh, Emma, I hope you're well. Keep well. Wash your hands. Stay safe. Don't go out. In isolation, is that in the same house, Emma and Mark? Separate rooms? Is there a bit of competition going on? Deer Park, 29 points. Amy, Dad, I sent them the same as you, 26. Excellent. Okay, so we've got some arguments within the family. Mr. Gibson, yes, Amy, really only 14, was eating dinner. Yes, I quite agree, Amy. Excuses, Lizzie, excuses. Please say hello to Andrew Stevenson on his tractod. His tractod. Excellent. Maybe you mean tractor, but well done. Shout out for farmers doing isolation is not too difficult. Just driving a tractor on your own, but making food for us, fantastic. And obviously, a huge shout out to all the key workers, the NHS, the delivery drivers. Everyone else where we didn't realise they were key workers. They are key workers. They what keep us fed and drunk. So thank you, seriously, thank you so much for everything that all the key workers are doing. It's much appreciated. Okay, so the rounds, the points are still good. Locksmiths are key. Now is that a Monty Python reference there, Mr. Blessed are the locksmiths. The key worker. The key worker. Oh yes. Shout out to Beth Mealing, our key worker. Hey Beth, well done. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying. I don't know if you're on the quiz tonight. Maybe we're on the quiz next month, which is the second Wednesday of the month. So somebody please tell me what the second Wednesday of next month is, what day that is. I don't know. So we now move to the final round. The final round is the wipeout round. I am going to give you 10 questions. Now it's either true or false. So your answer to each question will either be true or false, or you decide not to answer it. There's going to be 10 questions. You can answer as many as you like in any order. But if you answer one and you get the answer wrong, you wipe out and you get no points for round 7. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions. It's either true or false. You either say true or false or leave it. So at the end of it, when you've got your answers, you may have answer 1, true, answer 2, false. You leave answer 3 blank, that's fine. You answer round, whatever. You get my idea. So if you answer and you get it wrong, you wipe out. But if you don't answer, that's fine, that's no worries. You move on to the next question. 2 points for each correct answer. Hope that makes sense. So either true, false, or don't answer it, or take a guess. But if you guess and you guess wrong, You wipe out, you get no points for this round. Steph's busy working out the scores on the doors. So as she does that, we will go into round 7, which is wipe out, true or false. The day after the second Tuesday. Thank you, Nigel. Is it the 13th? The 13th. The 13th rings like it is the second Wednesday of the month. So that'll be when the next Fox In quiz night is. Most likely it'll be live online. In the miracle that things get better, then it'll be at the pub. But let's just keep our powder dry on that one. So anyway, to round 7, wipe out true or false. Question 1, true or false. Marie Antoinette was married to Louis XVI of France. True or false? Marie Antoinette was married to Louis XVI of France. Question 2. Sir Paul McCartney's middle name is James. Sir Paul McCartney's middle name is James. True or false? Question 3. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. True or false? Question 4. Sir Steve Redgrave is the only rower to have received the award of BBC Sports Personality of the Year. So Steve Redgrave is the only rower to have received the award of BBC Sports Personality of the Year. True or false? Question 5. Seoul is the capital of North Korea. Seoul is the capital of North Korea. True or false? Hannah, my daughter Primrose is answering these. She has a better chance. I'm guessing Primrose is probably bordering on 2 or 3 years old. Is that correct? And she probably does have a better chance than you getting it right. Question 6. According to Scottish law, it is illegal to be drunk in charge of a cow. According to Scottish law, it is illegal to be drunk in charge of a cow. True or false? Question 7. Allium phobia, ALLIUM phobia. Allium phobia is the fear of garlic. True or false? Question 8. Fauntleroy is the middle name of Donald Duck. Fauntleroy, Fauntleroy, is the middle name of Donald Duck. That was question 8. Question 9. Jerry Halliwell named her daughter Bluebell Madonna. Jerry Halliwell named her daughter Bluebell Madonna. That was question 9. Question 10. In ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food during meals. True or false? In ancient Rome, a special room called vomitorium was available for diners to purge food during meals. I think Wetherspoons have these rooms. I think they're called the street outside. So that's your wipeout round. I'll read those questions again. So you need to answer either true or false, or decide not to answer it. But if you want to take a gamble and answer it, yay, good luck. But if you get that question wrong, you wipe out the whole of round 7. You get no points. So question 1, Marie Antoinette was married to Louis XVI of France. True or false? Question 2, Sir Paul McCartney's middle name is James. True or false? Question 3, Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. True or false? Question 4, Sir Steve Redgrave is the only rower to receive the award for BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Question 5, Seoul is the capital of North Korea. Question 6, according to Scottish law, it is illegal to be drunk in charge of a cow. Number 9, alliumphobia is a fear of garlic. Question 8, Fauntleroy is the middle name of Donald Duck. Question 9, Jerry Halliwell named her daughter Bluebell Madonna. And question 10, in ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food during meals. True or false? So that's the end of round 7. Stephanie is working out your scores as we stand going into this final round. How are you doing, Steffi?
I'm missing a score for St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. We don't have your score for rounds 4 and 5. 5 and 6. 5 and 6. So St. Thomas, are you still with us? If you are, post your scores. That would be lovely. Oh, Charlotte, Mrs. Jerry Halliwell. Why? I don't know. So, I tell you what, we're doing not bad. Out of, I think there were 117 of you who originally started this quiz. We're on 107, 108 of you. So, why have you stuck with this? I thank you. I mean, excellent. I hope you're enjoying it. And assuming you are, we will be back next month on Wednesday the 13th. Watch your space for the live link. Yeah, Charlotte still misses Jerry Halliwell. Again, I don't understand why. What else have we got? Lou. Hello, Louis. Lonesome Lou. Rounds 5, 12 points. Round 6, 8 points. So 20. Enough said about my geography knowledge. Hey, Sue, welcome to the party. I'm sorry I didn't spot you earlier. Lovely to see you. Who else have we got? That's the second Wednesdays. And Primrose, yes. Primrose. Oh, question 7 again. Question 7 of round 7, the wipeout round. Alliumphobia, ALLIUM, phobia, is a fear of garlic. True or false? Okay. Right. Do we have the scores on the doors, Stephanie, after rounds 5 and 6?
Yes.
Excellent. Right. So pray silence for Stephanie. She's going to give you the scores on the doors after rounds 5 and 6. So that means there's only 20 points maximum left after this round. So over to you, Steffi.
Right, so this might help you to decide whether you want to to guess a few on or perhaps play it very safe. So, okay, in no particular order. I will tell you, though, what the highest and the lowest scores are, though.
Oh,
Or actually, no, I'll just tell you what the highest score is so you can mark against that. And the highest score currently is 107 points, which is 8 bells. And I bet you're very surprised that it's you that's got that. Right. Also in the very high up are Bicurious Manatees with 103, Barflies with 103, Coolbecks with 102, Game for Laugh with 107. Oh, sorry, Game for Laugh, you're up there with 8 bells. And 100 points to Deer Park. And I think that's all of the ones that are over 100, but I will run through them all anyway. So Game for a Laugh, 107. Smiths and O's, 81. Alistry Badgers, 86.
go Badgers.
Coolbecks, 102. Bicurious Manatees, 103. Barflies, 103. The Young Ones, 78. Hot Dogs, 82. Moncton Mines, 46. Birch Murch, 61. Holt's Volts, 72. Wonky Wrinklies, 78.
Go Parents.
Isolate in, 59. The Clangers, 62. Haybridge Bunker, 73. No Idea, 95. Wednesday Wonders, 95. Fat Man and Blobbing, 75. Foxtrot, 96. Munch Bunch, 85. Team Norris, 83. Saving Ryan's Privates, 89. 8 Bells, 107. Birthday Bash, 89. Deer Park, 100. Clowns, 81. Pissheads, 84. Lead Blaine Owls, 80. Anne, 51. We're new to this, 80. And Foxy But Thick, 38. Isolated Innovators, 80. Sam's Spectaculars, 70. Team Hockley Massive, 52. B Team, 77. M and L, 59. Lonesome Lou, 59. The Bishops, 86. Hovey's House, 96. And Hannah, 37.
Oh, Hannah. Come on, Hannah.
She is all on her own.
Oh, bless Hannah. Oh, we should give extra points to Hannah.
Yeah, we'll
really.
give her extra points.
We'll give you, Hannah, you can have some more points, don't worry. So anyway, there's 20 points up for grabs in this final round. What comments have we got? Right. If the first, this is from Andrew Kitson, if the first of the month is a Wednesday, your point is?
He's arguing with Nigel Norris, so I just ignored them.
Oh.
Let them have an argument.
Oh, Andrew and Nigel are having an argument. It is the 13th. It is Wednesday the 13th. I've looked at my diary. Wednesday the 13th of May is the second Wednesday of the month. So that is when the next round quiz will be.
Right, let's do the answers.
Answers now. True or false? You get 2 points for each correct answer, but if you've answered it and you get it wrong, you wipe out, get no points for this round. But if you haven't answered it, that's fine. We can move on to the next one. So round 7, question 1. Marie Antoinette was married to Louis XVI of France. Is that true or false? It is, for 2 points, true. Question 2. So Paul McCartney's middle name is James. That is false. His first name is James. His middle name is Paul. Question 3. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. True. Question 4. Sir Steve Redgrave is the only rower to have received the award of BBC Sports Personality of the Year. That is correct. It is true. He is the only rower to have received that award. Question 5. Seoul is the capital of North Korea. Obviously, that's false. It is the capital of South Korea. Number 6. According to Scottish law, it is illegal to be drunk in charge of a cow. And quite clearly, that is correct. That is true. It is totally unacceptable to be drunk in charge of a cow. So it is illegal in Scottish law to be drunk in charge of a cow. Question 7, allium phobia is a fear of garlic. That is true. It is a fear of garlic. Question 8, Fauntleroy is the middle name of Donald Duck. Again, that is true. And number 9, Jerry Halliwell named her daughter Bluebell Madonna. That is also true. And finally, question 10, in ancient Rome, a special room called a vomitorium was available for diners to purge food during meals. That is false. It was the name for an entranceway to a stadium, nothing more. But it wasn't a name of the room to purge your food. So if you answered those questions, if you answered all of them, and you answered all of them correctly, you get 20 out of 20. But if any of them that you answered you got wrong, sorry, no points for this round. You've got to be honest, no lying. You're only lying to yourself. Doesn't help anyone. No, you've been warned. So if you could then now please post your team name and either wipe out or the number of points you scored, then Stephanie can add those to the final totals, and we'll see who has won on this inaugural Fox In live stream virtual quiz night. Oh, and indeed, Chris Gibson wiped out, as if anyone is surprised. Chris, sadly, we are not surprised. That's pretty much true to form. What else? Oh, Game for a Laugh, wiped out. Seriously. Well, clearly, Game for a Laugh have been having a few, hence they've wiped out.
Oh, God.
Stephanie's getting a little bit stressed here. There was lots of scores on my own. They wiped out, and bad luck. What are they? Are those cows? Cows and beers. I can't see those emojis. Fat Man and Bobbin, they wiped out. Oh dear, that is a great name. Flat Man and Bobbin. That is very good. Oh, there's a lot of wipeouts here. Hot dogs, they wiped out. This helps Stephanie if you did wipe out. So thank you. Russ Manning, Team Foxtrot, round 7. They wiped out. No, Russ, what are you doing? What are you playing at? You normally go to this. Oh, dear. Wonky Wrinkly's mum and dad. Wipe out. Oh, dear. Sorry. What can I say? Bad luck. Love you. Love you. The B team. Oh, Zoe. Zoe, will you listen to your mother or father? Dave or Linda? Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. They're always wrong. Always wrong. That's probably why you wiped out. Dear. Phil Burke. Wednesday Wonders, he wiped out. Richard Scantlebury. Young ones, they wiped out. A lot of greedy people out here. A lot of greedy people here going for gold and taking the risk. And it's paid off for some. Who's this lad? Belia Austria, I don't know. Tom, there you go. Tom Austin. Didn't wipe out, got 16 points. So 16 divided by 2, you got 8 out of 10 correct. Well done. So wanted to do it on this round. I'm guessing that means you wiped out, Hannah. Sorry. Thanks for the Wednesday banter. Colin, you're more than welcome. I hope you've enjoyed it. In fact, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed it. Stephanie's, thirdly, you can see smoke coming off her pencil. We are actually working out what the final scores are. I have to be honest with you. There isn't an actual real prize for coming first. There's a virtual prize. The virtual prize is a well done to whoever that is. And no doubt in the live chat there'll be lots of abuse to that team who came first, accusations of cheating, going online, quite understandable. But you yourself know whether you cheated. There's lessons to be learned by everyone. You know if you also went out for a walk which was too long today, and you could have actually gone out for a shorter walk and then gone back home. Could you have washed your hands a little bit longer? Probably. I certainly could have. But, you know, these things keep us safe and sound. So stay home, stay washed, stay safe. And we'll get through this, and we'll all be able to get together for one humongous party in the Fox Inn, whenever that may be. Maybe it'll be the next quiz night, but if not, we'll be here. It's been a great quiz. Great job, Steph and Mike. Lewis, thank you very much. We aim to please. Thank you, guys. This has been so much fun. Charlotte, you're welcome. I hope that bucket of champagne has gone down well, and I hope him indoors is doing okay. James, I hope you're doing all right. James, by the way, he's a very attractive chap, and he's in films. He does a lot of like Mission Impossible films. Filming, not in front of the camera, although to be fair, if you saw him, he could be in front of that camera. Charlotte knows what I mean. 2 children, so there you go. Chris Gibson, woohoo! Mark Clanford, good job, well done. See you next time, next night. Logging off now. Key worker needs her sleep. Yes. Big shout out to Lisa Clanford. Lisa is a key worker. She works in the hospital, NHS. So thank you so much to Lisa and to all key workers. Really, thank you. It's brilliant. Diane, is he as hot as you? Diane, I assume you're referring to James. James is hot. And all you girls out there, you know James, he's hot. But to be fair, Charlotte is hot as well. So they have beautiful children. They come to the Fox Inn. You should see the children. If you see their children, you go, they are the children of Charlotte and James, because they are beautiful children. Dave Lee, Earth Calling Michael. Yes, Earth Calling Michael. You're right. Earth Calling Michael. We should be ready. Stephanie has the scores on the doors.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to invite Stephanie to come and join me. Big drum roll. Is this going to be in any sort of order, Stephanie?
I'm going to keep it quite brief because I think a lot of you want to just go to bed now. So I'm going to try and do it with people who haven't given me their scores yet. I'm assuming you got 0, because some people just went, oh, I don't think we've done very well. So I'm assuming you just got 0 and you've wiped out. So people have got more than 100. We have no idea with 103. We have Saving Ryan's Privates with 101. We have Birthday Bash with 103. We have Game for Laugh with 107. By Curious Manatees 103. Now, more than 110.
Ooh.
We have, this is where it starts getting exciting, if I've done it all right. We have the Coolbecks with 114.
Well done, Coolbecks.
The Deer Park with 118.
Oh.
8 Bells 119.
These are high scores, well done.
And the highest score and the winner, therefore, with 123 points, scoring 20 out of 20 on the wipeout round.
Well done, you.
Now, I'm really surprised you knew that it was illegal to be in charge of a cow when you're drunk in Scotland. But
inside knowledge.
Yeah, well done. With 123 points, the Barflies.
Barflies!
Yay!
Woohoo! Go Barflies, go Barflies. Now, Barflies are actually indeed a team that come to our pub. Not our pub, Chris and Liz and the Gibsons pub, the Fox Inn. So Barflies win it. Well done, Barflies. Barflies, I tell you what, next time I see you in the pub for quiz night, I will make sure that someone buys you a drink. It won't be us. Won't be us, but someone, even if you just have to look at someone and say, hey, you owe us a drink. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the quiz. Steph and I always enjoy doing it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Carry on leaving your comments. You know, I hope you've had a good time. From seeing your comments, it looks like you've had a good time. Well done, Barflies. Yeah. Chris Benton from Game for Life, gutted. Yeah. All that technology, Chris, still you couldn't get yourself up into first place. But thank you. Thank you for tonight. Next quiz night is Wednesday the 13th at 8 p.m. It'll either be in the Fox Inn or it'll be online again. So watch this space at Facebook, the Fox Inn Matching Tie, or their website address, which is www.thefoxinn.com. You'll find out when it is. And also pop along every Saturday and Wednesday, I think it is, to the Fox Inn. They are a key open station. They are now a village shop. They serve all the village groceries. So come along and buy your village fresh food and everything like that. But thank you so much for coming tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Keep your comments going. I'm going to switch the camera off, but you can carry on making your comments. So from Stephanie and I and
Harry and
Meghan, have a lovely night. Stay safe. Wash those hands, and only go out when you need to. And when all this is over, we are going to have such a party, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're gonna party
Down at the Fox.
Down at the Fox, in your garden, in the street, whatever. But thank you. Good night, and see you soon. Good night.
Can't take it off, yeah.